He didn't flinch. Not when a woman screamed his name. Not when Marshals jumped to shield him. Not even when the judge stared her down, with ice in his voice. But everyone else in that courtroom, they felt the shift. This wasn't a movie. This was Sean Diddy Combs's real trial. And the day the courtroom nearly fell apart. And the person who made it unforgettable. A celebrity stylist named Deontay Nash, Cassie's best friend. By the end of his testimony, he had the jury laughing, the defense flailing, and the internet on fire. Let's take you inside. It starts with an Instagram story. Christian Combs, one of Diddy's sons, uploads a clip from the van on the way to court. Music plays, everyone looks relaxed. In the corner, the word early and a bird emoji. Early bird, except they're late, again. Witnesses are already testifying as they stroll in. But the courtroom isn't focused on them. They're focused on the tension, on the daily routine of 4 U.S. Marshals scanning Diddy's leather seat, like it holds state secrets. One Marshal, nicknamed Messi for his uncanny resemblance to the soccer star, does a full sweep every morning. Hands under cushions, palming chair legs, never finds anything. But today, Messi has a hand on Diddy's shoulder. A warning, no sudden moves. The tension is real. One wrong look, one misinterpreted gesture, and everything could spiral. Diddy adjusts his suit, crosses his legs, looks ahead, like he owns the room. Then it happens. A voice from the back. "It's not fair, Diddy. They're making fun of you in every courtroom." Gasps, heads snap, court officers move, marshals rise to block Diddy. The woman plants her feet, starts shouting at armed officers, demanding they pull their guns. Journalists scatter. "Take out your gun. Take it out now." She doesn't stop. Her voice gets louder, tears in her eyes, fists clenched. One officer places his hand on his weapon, then hesitates. Nobody moves. The room is frozen. She gets escorted out, but the damage is done. Who is she? Turns out she's been at the courthouse since day one. Sometimes in an MTA uniform, sometimes hidden in the overflow room. She'd once talked about surviving domestic violence, but now she's declaring Diddy perfection and that the world is laughing at a black legacy. Online, her outburst goes viral. TikToks, debates, chaos. Some call her brave, others call her delusional. Nobody agrees. But that was just the morning. In the afternoon, a surprise witness, Lance Jimenez, an arson investigator from LA. His testimony? He handled Kid Cudi's burnt Porsche, took in 2 fingerprint cards, allegedly connected to a break-in involving Diddy, but the cards were mysteriously destroyed. 8 months later, without his permission, the defense goes ballistic. They argue the government is planting suspicion, that the jury will assume Diddy had those cards destroyed. They move for a mistrial. The courtroom holds its breath. Judge Aaron denies it. He calls the government's questions fair. No bell to unring, no prejudice to cure. But you can feel the room tense. The defense looks rattled. In the back row, one journalist scribbles, "A shadow of doubt has entered the room." Deontay Nash walks in, tall, composed, not intimidated. He's Cassie's best friend, styled both her and Diddy. He smiles when he sees her photo in court, calls her Cass. When asked how Diddy spoke to Cassie, Deontay doesn't flinch. He called her baby girl, Cece, expletives, slurs. His favorite was slur. Diddy blinks rapidly. His attorneys shift. The courtroom riveted. Deontay describes emotional abuse, threats of releasing tapes, controlling what she wore, how she looked. He describes the infamous birthday freak-off, the hotel balcony incident, the calls where Cassie would cry. The jury can't look away. He even describes the makeup kits Cassie would carry, not just for beauty, but to cover bruises. The control wasn't just physical, it was psychological, routine, daily. Defense attorney Xavier Donaldson gets up for cross. He tries to outplay Deontay. Big mistake. "Nice coat," he says. "What size is it?" Deontay, without missing a beat. "Not your size." The jury erupts in suppressed laughter, and that sets the tone. Donaldson tries everything, implying Deontay lied, that he benefited from Cassie's story, that he was high in meetings, that he set Cassie up with Michael B. Jordan. He even fumbles her married name. Deontay reminds him, "It's Mrs. Fine." Then he looks at the jury, shrugs, like he's saying, "Can you believe this guy?" Diddy, furious, scribbling notes, watching his team fumble. Why did Deontay keep helping Cassie? "Because I care. Even after everything, I don't hate him. That's not in me. But I saw what he did." He says Cassie kept secrets even from him, that she was hiding trauma no one knew about. And when she was pregnant, he helped her pick out courtroom clothes. Not for style, but because nothing fit. Not vanity, survival. He breaks down just a little. His voice cracks, a pin drop silence. One juror wipes a tear. By the end of the day, Donaldson is unraveling. The judge is sighing. The jury is nodding along with Deontay. Commies? He looks like a CEO betrayed by his board. When Deontay leaves the courtroom, he leans over and whispers something to Donaldson. We don't hear it, but the vibe? "That was fun. Let's do it again sometime." Outside, reporters chase him. He stops, smiles. Cassie was never just a singer. She was a survivor, and now she's a fighter. This was supposed to be a quiet procedural trial. Instead, it's turning into a cultural earthquake. And Deontay Nash, he didn't bring courtroom evidence. He brought truth. If this is what happened on a light day, just wait. Because the next witness isn't a stylist. She's a survivor, and she's ready to speak. So buckle up. Because what comes next might break the industry wide open. If you found this breakdown gripping, make sure to subscribe, because we'll be right back in that courtroom tomorrow, and the story isn't slowing down.
Wow, this guy knows where I'm at all times. How does he know where I'm at? You know? What's going on here?
And I was aggressive. Their security to me looked like Tarzan, but acting like Jane.
He had me look over the edge, show me how high I was up there.
When I